KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, evacuation orders are in effect after a brush fire in Kittitas County started after a crash. Not much is being released as of right now, but the crash did close down a highway for a bit. We'll share the latest. Plus, an Oregon woman missing since Wednesday has been found dead. She was reported missing after not showing up to work. Police found her body over the weekend and arrested a suspect in the case. All this happening 2 weeks after she married her longtime partner. And you can still drop off donations for Cadlex Foundation's book fair, which happened over the weekend at Barnes & Noble. They say their goal is to encourage kids to read before they can even walk. We'll have that story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, we had a little bit of a gloomy Sunday. We had some sun on Saturday,
Sure.
so we had a little bit of clouds start to roll in, and that's not unexpected. We were kind of thinking that some of that was going to happen. But as we start this work week, though, are we going to see any more of those clouds, or is it going to be mostly sunshine?
Well, we've also seen a lot of haze and smoke overhead. In fact, that's what we were seeing a lot of yesterday. It wasn't necessarily cloud cover, but we did see a lot of haze and smoke. That was made apparent if you stepped outside and looked at some of that sunshine. Now, there were some clouds overhead yesterday because of spillover clouds from convection through the Blue Mountains, but a lot of what we were seeing was that haze and smoke. And we are going to continue to see that haze and smoke hang pretty tough for today. We're also going to be looking at, or I should say after today, though, we will see that haze and smoke lessening a bit as we go through Tuesday. This morning out in the Tri-Cities, you can't see much. It is dark. It is that time of year. There's not too much to see. Right now, we are sitting at 70 degrees underneath mostly clear skies, although, again, there is some of that haze and smoke overhead this morning, too. Here's a look at your weather headlines today. It's going to be another hazy sky and warm high type of day for this Monday. As we go into tomorrow, I already referenced it. We will see improving haze and smoke concerns for Tuesday, and then a big blast of autumn-like weather will arrive on Wednesday with cooler temperatures and rain chances. I will break down all three of these weather headlines in greater detail coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kittitas County, where evacuations are in effect after a brush fire broke out yesterday. The blaze sparked near State Route 97 at milepost 151. According to Washington State Patrol, the fire closed down Blewett Pass, although it has since opened back up. Officials believe the fire started after a two-vehicle crash. Deer Gulch in the Liberty area is under level 2 evacuations, with the Liberty area and Harkness Road under a level 1. This is all we know at this time. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. And the community of Beaverton, Oregon was in mourning over the weekend as a vigil with flowers and candles took place in memory of Melissa Jubain, who was found dead Saturday morning. This all begins back on Wednesday when Jubain was reported missing after not showing up for her nursing shift at Providence St. Vincent. This was just 11 days after she married her long-term partner, who was on active leave with the U.S. Navy during her disappearance. After an extensive investigation, Beaverton police arrested Jubain's neighbor, 27-year-old Bryce Jonathan Schubert. Friends who knew Jubain say she was selfless and are shocked to hear the news.
She was so happy and just so, I don't know, just glowing, and it's just really heartbreaking to kind of see it happen, especially here. I feel like this area of town is just so quiet and so calm and so safe, so it's just shocking that something like that would happen here.
Schubert was in the medical field as well, a spokesperson for Providence confirming to local media outlets that he had been briefly employed as a Providence Portland Medical Center nurse from September of 22 to October of 2023. It's unclear what led to his leaving the hospital system in October of 2023. Schubert is facing charges of murder in the second degree. It's unknown at this time when he'll face a judge. And over a week later, and there's still no decision on a change of venue request in the upcoming trial of the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students, and now a new motion from the defense. Brian Kohberger's team argues the state's intent to seek capital punishment is unconstitutional, and they don't have enough time to prepare the case. It's scheduled to go to trial next June. A hearing is set for November 7th to go over the death penalty challenges. On to some lighter news this morning. Starting today, some big changes are coming to a popular playground in Richland. City officials tell us the Sturgeon Cove Playground at Howard Amon Park will be redesigned to include a larger play structure, improved ADA accessibility, and feature new amenities, including dueling zip lines, additional swing sets, as well as sensory play equipment. Demolition and construction is set to last 6 to 8 weeks. Signage and safety instructions will be posted around the area during the project for folks to adhere. And it was a busy weekend in the Yakima region with something for everyone to do. The 4th annual Polo for Pegasus happened in the Weenass Valley. Guests were able to enjoy 2 polo matches, as well as gourmet food and beverages. Also, the Steps to Recovery Walk took place, which was hosted by Triumph. The walk showed support for those walking the path to recovery. And after the walk, attendees heard stories of recovery at Miller Park. And finally, the Natchez Sportsman's Day, which had multiple parades, live music, food, and a beer tent. Also this weekend, it was in an effort to instill an interest in reading at a young age. Catholic NICU nurses were at Barnes & Noble over the weekend in Kennewick for a book fair. Raising funds and collecting new books to hand out to kids, we're told the goal is getting kids engaged with reading before they can even walk. Organizers say it's also a good way for parents to bond with their newborns.
We're just finding that it promotes language development. Children do better when they reach school. It's building pathways in their brain to help with all those types of things.
If you missed the event, you can still drop off donations to the Catholic Foundation. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here, because a lot of that haze and smoke really kind of, put a damper a little bit on the day. I mean, it's not, It's par for the course, really. But,
yeah.
As we want to enjoy the last lick of summer, we don't want to be dealing with any of that haze.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we can see that haze and smoke kind of clear out. I still believe today is going to be a pretty hazy, smoky one in our viewing area. In fact, this morning, everyone is waking up to moderate air quality with unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality in the Pendleton area. And again, haze and smoke is just going to be maintained as we go throughout the day. It's going to be another warm day too, a very summer-like feeling day out there with high temperatures for most of us somewhere in the upper 80s to low 90s as we sit with that hazy sunshine overhead. Now moving forward, a big blast of autumn will arrive towards the middle of this week. Who all could see temperatures dive all the way down to the 70s. That's coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:07. Coming up on Keeper KIMA this morning, regional news. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek is responding to concerns that the Beaver State lacks treatment beds to make deflection programs work instead of sending offenders to jail. It comes just over a week after the possession of small amounts of drugs have been outlawed. We'll have more details on that in about 2 minutes. But later in the show, state news, another walkout calling for better contracts, this time coming from state workers. 50,000 of them are expected to be involved, and the union says there will be further escalations if negotiations don't make headway. And in national news, an update on the Georgia school shooting. According to someone close to the suspected shooter's family, his mother warned school officials of an emergency beforehand. The teen in court Friday being tried as an adult. We do have to take a quick break, but stay with us. Things are just getting started this hour, and we have more news and weather ahead.